For most of the 20th century, the deal was simple. You worked hard, you saved, and eventually you bought a home. It was the foundation of the American dream, a place that was yours, something to build on, something to pass down. But today, that deal is broken. The median home in America now costs nearly $460,000. A family earning the national median income would need to spend almost half their paycheck every month just to afford it. And nearly 75% of American households can't afford a median-priced home at all. So what happened? This isn't bad luck. This isn't a blip. This is the result of decades of decisions that systematically made it harder for everyone else to get in. Since February 2020, just 5 years ago, home values across America have risen by more than 45%. To put that in perspective, historically, home values grow about 4% per year. That means the last 5 years packed in over a decade of normal appreciation, compressed into a single burst. In 2020, a median-priced home cost around $280,000. With a 3% mortgage, your monthly payment was roughly $1,200. Today, that same type of home costs $460,000. With a 6.5% mortgage, your monthly payment is now over $2,800. That's more than double in 5 years. The median household income in America is around $104,000 per year. That sounds reasonable, until you realize that to comfortably afford today's median home, you'd need to earn closer to $141,000. The gap between what people earn and what homes cost has never been wider in modern American history. According to Harvard researchers, only 6 million of America's nearly 46 million renters have the income needed to qualify for a mortgage on a median-priced home. 6 million out of 46 million. That's 13%. The root cause of America's housing crisis is brutally simple. There are not enough homes. The United States is short somewhere between 4 and 5 million housing units. That's not a rounding error. That's entire cities' worth of missing homes. After the 2008 financial crisis, homebuilding collapsed. Builders went bankrupt. Entire construction workforces left the industry. And for years, the country built far fewer homes than it needed. The industry never fully recovered, and then the pandemic hit. When mortgage rates were near historic lows, around 3%, millions of Americans locked those rates in. Their monthly payments were manageable. Life was good. Then the Federal Reserve raised interest rates aggressively. Mortgage rates more than doubled. Now those homeowners are trapped. The rate trap has become a doom loop. High rates reduce supply, which keeps prices high, which makes homes unaffordable, which keeps rates relevant, round and round. Across America, local zoning laws dictate what can be built, where, and for decades, the dominant policy has been single-family zoning, rules that make it illegal to build anything other than a single house on most residential land. In many American cities, more than 75% of residential land is zoned exclusively for single-family homes. If you already own a home, restricting new construction near you is good for your net worth. Less competition means your home's value keeps rising. So existing homeowners who vote, who show up to city council meetings, have a powerful financial incentive to block new housing. This phenomenon even has a name, NIMBYism, not in my backyard. Minneapolis, Minnesota did something radical. It ended single-family zoning citywide. Any residential lot could now have 2 or 3 units. The result, Minneapolis added 12% to its housing stock in just 5 years. And while rents rose 14% in the rest of Minnesota, in Minneapolis, they rose just 1%. You've probably seen the viral claims: Wall Street firms buying up all the homes, hedge funds turning neighborhoods into rental empires. The truth, large institutional investors own roughly 3 to 4% of single-family rental homes nationally. Not 20%, not 44%, around 3 to 4%. The real culprits are harder to assign to a single face. They are the decades of zoning decisions made by local governments, the underbuilding that followed the 2008 crash, the Federal Reserve's rate decisions, and a political system where homeowners have every incentive to keep housing scarce, because scarcity keeps their biggest asset appreciating. The cruelest irony of the American housing crisis is this: the people most hurt by it, renters, young adults, first-time buyers, are the people with the least political power to change it. And the people who benefit most from it have every reason to keep it exactly the way it is. The most powerful lever and the most politically difficult is building more housing, not just luxury condos, not just sprawl on the urban fringe, but smaller, denser, more affordable homes in the places where people already want to live. Cities like Vancouver have implemented vacancy taxes, fees on homes left intentionally empty by investors, and seen meaningful results. Combined with rate relief and assumable mortgages, these tools could begin to unlock the market for millions of locked-out Americans. The alternative is a country where the median age of a first-time homebuyer, already at a record 40 years old, keeps climbing, where an entire generation rents forever, building no equity, accumulating no wealth, left out of the most powerful wealth-building tool in American history. The next time someone tells you that young people just need to stop buying coffee and save harder, remember the numbers. A 3% mortgage on a $280,000 home versus a 6.5% mortgage on a $460,000 home, a housing supply 4 to 5 million units short of what America needs, zoning laws that make it illegal to build enough homes. This is not a personal finance problem. It is a systemic failure, decades in the making, and it will take systemic solutions to fix it. If this video gave you a clearer picture of what's really going on, share it, because the first step to changing a broken system is understanding exactly how it broke. We'll see you in the next one.